Hey, how's it going, guys? In this video, I'm be going over VET TEC 2.0. It's if you're a veteran trying to break into IT or cybersecurity or just like a technology job in general, the VA is bringing back a program that pays for for technology boot camps, tuition, housing, books, basically the whole package. It's called VET TEC 2.0. The application drops in June. There's only 4,000 spots per physical year, so I'll just be going over what it says on the website. So VET TEC stands for Veteran Employment Through Technology Education Courses 2.0. It's a VA education benefit for high-tech non-degree training, things like boot camps and certs, not college. It's funded through September 30th, 2027. It's not like the old VET TEC pilot program that ran from 2019 through 2024. There's a few new rules and new eligibility. So if you're approved before, you might not be approved this time. For who qualifies, you need to be under 62 when the VA approves your application. Your character of service has to be other than dishonorable. You either have to be a veteran or an active duty service member within 180 days of separation. You need a minimum of 36 months of active duty service. And then here's something different from before. You don't need to be GI Bill eligible to use this. So if you've used all of your 36 months of GI Bill left before, you can still get approved. But this time around, if you have the GI Bill left, it uses 1 month of GI Bill per 1 month of VET TEC. So basically, if you have your GI Bill left, you have to decide if 1 month of GI Bill is worth using VET TEC for a certificate. So I don't know if it'd be worth it, but if the certification is more important than using the GI Bill for college, and you have to make that decision. So what it pays for, tuition and fees pays directly to the school and never touches your account. Monthly housing allowance, same rate as post 9/11 GI Bill for the zip code for where you're going to be training at. The books and supplies stipend. And then there's something different from before as well is schools get paid in milestones. So 25% on day one, 25% when you graduate, and then 50% when you land a job. So the last time around, the schools got paid like in a lump sum, I believed. But now to help with like shady boot camps, it pays it in basically quarters, especially when the last part was 50% when you get a job. So because I actually went through the VET TEC the first time around, but I dropped out. But this time around, because some boot camps weren't as legit, but that's probably to help with the shady boot camps. So what the program counts for, or what programs count, it has to be in one of these five areas: computer programming, computer software and media applications, data processing, information sciences. The program lengths are 6 to 28 weeks. It can't lead to a degree. So WGU, which is a school I'm going through, I can't use VET TEC for WGU. But for boot camps like Perscolas is free, but boot camp like schools that give you certifications like Perscolas, you could use VET TEC for. The provider has to have offered the program for at least a year, and then you can also use the GI Bill comparison tool on VA.gov to see if it's approved, which is like a calculator. So how it interacts with your GI Bill. So I basically explained it a little bit earlier, but if you've used all of your GI Bill, then you can still get approved for this. But if you still have GI Bill left, it charges 1 month of VET TEC is the equivalent to 1 month of GI Bill. So if this boot camp is like 4 months long, so then you get charged 4 months worth of GI Bill. So you have to make a decision of using 4 months of your GI Bills to get a VET TEC cert is worth it, pretty much. So that's a little bit different to how the first time the VET TEC went around. Um, if you used all of your GI Bill, this is something you can use. So basically, it'd probably be more worth it after you used all of your GI Bill. The catches, there's going to be only 4,000 paid participants per year. So 4,000 this year and then 4,000 next year. Once the cap hits, you're going to have to wait until next October. They haven't approved applications yet. So once in June, they open it up. If it sounds interesting to you, you can apply. So I'm posting this video like a month early. So you still have time to apply for this. And then you're going to have to verify your enrollment, kind of like a college or when you're using the GI Bill every month to keep your housing allowance. Old VET TEC certificates of eligibility from the pilot program don't transfer, so you have to use a new application. So if this interests you, probably should subscribe to the so basically, if this is something you're interested in, I would recommend subscribing to VA email updates. So once it does open up, you can apply immediately, and then you pull up the GI Bill comparison tool and just check to see if that boot camp that you're interested in is approved for it, and then have your DD-214 ready so you can like upload it with your service dates so get approved. I for the first time I used VET TEC 1.0, but I only made it about a month in before dropping out of the coding bootcamp. And but then I eventually completed the second coding bootcamp without VET TEC. But this is something good if you're like in a field you're not that's not related. Like if you went to school for something not related, this could work. But I did eventually complete a coding bootcamp and then went back to college. So I think that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.